Hey everyone, I want to talk to you about organizing and customizing your class list in Blackboard. Your class list sometimes gets daunting. So in order to clean this up a little bit to help you out and not have to scroll, I want to show you how you can actually customize your class list over here. So if you see this little cogwheel right here, and when you hover over it, see if you come off, it's not there, but if you hover over this, you click on that cog settings wheel. The first option you get is to group by term. So if you're somebody who teaches 9-week classes or 6-week classes or 12-week classes, semester, whatever, you can group these by term. So if you do that, it actually pulls these out by 15, 16 years, 16, 17, and so on. So it actually will group them like that. If you don't want that, that's fine. We can uncheck that. And then any class over here that you want to see in your class list, you want to make sure the class name is selected. If you don't want to see them or you want to hide them for the time being, maybe you don't teach a class until the 4th 9 weeks, so you don't need to see it right now, you would uncheck that box, okay? So that's one way to clean this up. So this particular teacher has classes merged, and he won't need all his different periods here. So I'm going to unselect all his class periods by day. And the way you know that these are merged is if you come down, it's usually listed in alphabetical order. So, and since numbers start the alphabet here, it'll be way down towards the bottom where it starts with like a 2021. And then you can see that it says 2021 PE 8th grade. So we want to keep that one. We also want to keep the 2021 6th grade, and we want to keep the 2021 7th grade. So I'm actually going to uncheck all the rest of these. Once you have all those unchecked, we can click submit. And if we come back to the class list, this is really nice because it cleaned all of that up, and now I only have the 3 classes that I need for this semester or what I'm teaching currently. The one thing I noticed that I don't like though is I want these in order. And so since these are titled differently, like I said before, they come in alphabetical order, but I want 6th grade to be first, so it says 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. So I'm gonna go back into my settings wheel here. And what I can actually do is, since 6th grade is 3rd here and I want it to be first, I'm just gonna click and drag it up. So all I did, get my 4 arrows here on where these double arrows sit, and I can just click and drag it to wherever I want it to go. And so now if I hit submit, my 6th grade is now at the top. So now I have 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. The other thing I have here in this set of classes is where I'm a student. So we've been asked to do a lot of time options and some classes that we're a part of, but maybe we've already completed them and we just want to clean this up. So you can do that here as well. Go back into your settings list. Scroll the whole way to the bottom because it'll be classes in which you're enrolled. So these are your student classes. So you could actually uncheck these. And then if you are a teacher assistant in something, you got enrolled in something that you don't want to see anymore, you can actually uncheck those. So anything you uncheck, remember, it's hidden. And so now look at this class list. This is so nice. And whatever we did here under the class list, you can actually do in your My Organizations if you want to there as well. One last thing I want to mention about organizing or customizing your class list. If we come back into the settings wheel again, you do have all these different columns here. So we only talked about unchecking and checking the class name box if you want to see or not see them in your class list. But you have other options here too. If you need to see the class ID in your class list, if you want to know which teachers are in there, if you want to see announcements that fall below those classes, you can actually check any of these boxes as well. So just as an example, this particular teacher does have the announcements columns checked. If he wanted to see, if maybe he's sharing this with another teacher and just wanted to see all the teachers enrolled, he could have those checked as well to see teacher names. You can also, as an example, if you're a student enrolled in something, you could see who's the teacher in those classes. So I'll check that box just so we can see that. And so now you can see who the teachers are enrolled in each one of these classes. And you can also see the teachers that are enrolled in this class as well. And so if you have multiple teachers in there, all of them will be listed. You don't need to see the teachers anymore. Same thing as usual. You'll just come down here and uncheck what you don't want to see. I hope that is helpful for you to customize your class list, clean this up a little bit so you're not scrolling, and know to hide, unhide whenever you're ready for those classes.